What's up, everybody? Crash here. Welcome back to Crash Against the Spread, where we talk about sports from a betting perspective. It is Monday, February 24th, and there are 8 NBA games to talk about today. You know the deal. Over the weekend, didn't really do any videos because I was working in the morning, so mostly live betting. Paying attention to what was actually going on in the games I was watching, and it was a little profitable. So, wish there was a way that I could share those picks with you, go live, and have conversation back and forth about what's going on in these games, but we're not set up for that right now. So in the future, hopefully we can do some more live betting types of videos and things while we're watching games, because I think that's fun and I make the most money that way. So but looking at today's card, we have 8 NBA games to talk about today. First one up is Nets and the Wizards. We got Wizards as 2-point underdogs, 2.5-point underdogs at home. Wizards have been the worst team in the NBA, but they've been covering spreads lately. Last 10 games, they're 7-3 against the spread, only 3-7 straight up. So these numbers have sometimes been a little too big for this current Wizards squad. Today, they are missing Brogdon, Middleton, Sarr, Smart, and Brooklyn's missing D'Angelo Russell, Cam Thomas, Clowney. D'Angelo Russell's day-to-day, but not really sure if he'll play or not for real. So can't really look towards the Wizards today without Middleton and Brogdon. Kind of want Sarr in there too, but I think that the Wizards are a bet-on team depending on what that number is. Last 10 games, they've covered a +4.5, +5.5. They've covered a +5, +7. So it's not always double-digit numbers. They covered a +17.5 with the Cavs recently. Covered a one outright against the Timberwolves as 11.5 favorites or underdogs. So depending on the team, depending on the night, they have been covering these numbers. With this game, though, I can't really look to them with a 2.5-point spread. Brooklyn's been covering numbers as well, but I do like an under 215. They have gone over this number sometimes, but it's mostly because of the other team they're playing. So Lakers 96-134, that went over. 124-114 to Charlotte, that went over. Neither team playing defense. Cleveland 134-124, so they were able to score against Cleveland. That's probably a fully healthy Wizards team right there. But last game against Orlando, with a team that plays 80 defense, they were held to 90 points. So Brooklyn has been playing better defense recently. That's how they've been winning games, holding teams down to. They held Cleveland to 110 in a loss. They held Philly to 103 in a win, to 96 in a win against Philly also. They held Charlotte to 89 points. They held Miami to 86 points. Held Houston to 97 and 98 points in back-to-back games. So they've been playing defense, and I don't expect Washington to outscore them per se. So I think it'll be a lower scoring game. So I'm on the under in this one. Chicago and Philly. I like Chicago. Philly has Maxey on the injury report and Embiid on the injury report, and even with them playing recently, they haven't really been a impressive team. So Bulls, even after all their trades, are still competing, playing at a fast pace, and I still think they can cover this 4.5 point spread against this Sixers team. So I'd rather be on that side than any other side. We don't even know if the stars for Philly will play. So Maxey's day-to-day with finger injury, Joel's day-to-day with a knee injury, and they are looking at alternatives for his treatment for his knee. So who knows if he'll play today. Clippers in Detroit. I like Detroit. Detroit's been playing just as good at basketball as the Clippers. They're 31-26, and the Clippers are 31-25. Same with the against the spread numbers, 31-24, 31-25 for Pistons. And we got a 2.5-point underdog at home. So they're pretty even at home, more than away. They do have a slightly better record at home. And Clippers are going to be missing Norm Powell and Kawhi Leonard. Pistons are fully healthy, just missing Jay Nivey, who's been out for months. So I'm going to be on the Pistons to cover this number at home. I know it's a short number, but I think they got a chance to win outright. So but Detroit was favored last night. I guess somebody else was on the injury report for the Clippers. So, but now Clippers favored by 2.5 on the road. I'm on the Pistons. Nuggets and the Pacers. Nuggets and the Pacers. Total is very, very high, 245.5. Pistons or Pacers, excuse me, are 5.5 underdogs at home against a Denver team who plays better basketball at home than on the road. They are 17-11. 17-11 on the road, 20-9 at home. Same with the Pacers. They play better basketball at home. They're 6-8, 16-8 at home, 15-14 on the road. Pacers are coming off a win against the Clippers, 129-111. Also at home, they just beat Memphis, 127-113 at home, and they barely beat the Wizards, 134-130 on the road. Lost to the Knicks, lost to the Lakers, beat the Clippers again back at the beginning of February, lost to the Portland Trailblazers. They've been playing all right. Some of these questionable losses in here are a couple games back. They're on a 3-game win streak now. I think I can lean on them in this one to cover this 5.5 point spread at home. So Denver, in their last 10 games, are 9-1, straight up, 6-4 against the spread. Losing against the spread. They've been at home for 7 of these 10 games too. So losing against the spread to the Lakers and Charlotte in the last 2, and the Sixers in Charlotte, January 31st and February 1st. So since February 3rd, they've been on a roll until they saw the Lakers last game. So maybe I'll lean on the over. Expecting the Pacers to play a fast-paced game and the Nuggets have to keep up. So maybe that's where I'll look for this one. Blazers and Jazz, no real look. Don't really like either of these two teams this year. So I'm going to skip this one. I'm not going to bet it. Hornets and Kings. Can't really lay 10.5 points with the Kings right now. So Hornets on a lean as long as everybody's in, especially LaMelo. So he's not on the injury report. Played last game and only had 5 points in 21 minutes. So hopefully he's on a bounce back here. But not really sure. I just don't want to lay 10 points with the Kings on the road, at home, either way. So not going to do it. Heat and Hawks, skipped over that one. Looking at the Hawks, Heat really haven't been that impressive since the Jimmy Butler trade. They've won a game here or there, but the Hawks have been the better team in that time period. So I'm going to lean on the Hawks to cover the basically 1 point against the Heat. Basically went outright, so we need them to do. So the money line is probably the better look for them. And the Timberwolves and the Thunder. Last game up, they just played last night. Thunder won on the road by 7 points. So the Minnesota Timberwolves did cover the 8-point spread. But today they are 12.5 point favorites back in Oklahoma City. So Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, DiVincenzo out for Minnesota. Oklahoma City basically fully healthy with all their main guys. So back at home, I almost think that they can. I don't think it's going to be a situation where Minnesota. Thunder won yesterday. I don't think Minnesota's going to win today, so I think Thunder is still going to win. Will they win by 13 points? Possibly. They're at home. They play better basketball at home than on the road, but they're both very. They're good in both spots. They're 20-7 on the road. They're 25-3 at home. So Minnesota on the road is 15-13. They are 16-14 at home. They're basically a middle of the road team either way. So looking at Thunder, the number is high enough that it makes me question it because they won by 7 yesterday. Excuse me, they won by 7 yesterday. So 12.5 is a little more than I wanted to bet. I would have expected 10, but 12.5 is higher. 12.5 is higher than I expected. So, looking at what's the total yesterday, I could see it over again. Total was 227.5 yesterday. We're up to 228 today. I can see it over. I don't think that. I can still see the Thunder scoring 130. So as long as the Timberwolves get above 100, I can still see this happening. So I guess that's why I'm lean Thunder, lean over. But not sure. This is a later game, and I work at noon, so I'll be off by 5, 6 o'clock. So I'll be home to see it. But that's going to be my thoughts for this one. Quick thoughts on each game. Lock those in if you're ready. I'm going to be looking at the injury report on some of these games. So I'm going to lock a couple in later. But let's get this money today, and we'll be back tomorrow. How many games we got tomorrow? Let's go ahead and check it out. We have 7 games tomorrow. Yeah, so we've got to talk about those tomorrow. Tomorrow is Mavericks and Lakers. Tomorrow, I bet that's a televised game too. Tomorrow, TNT. Mavericks, Lakers, TNT tomorrow. So go ahead and lock those in. Let's get this money. We'll be back tomorrow to talk some more sports. I'll see you then.